love is never easy, sis, unless you know how to do it. I had to learn 10 relationship lessons the hard way. And I'm going to show you what I learned so you don't have to repeat my mistakes and you can attract your dream relationship so much faster and just easier. So, lesson number 1. The fantasy of this effortless love is a straight out lie. You have to put in effort. You have to put in the work. You cannot just think that healthy love will fall from the sky, that it will find you one day, because actually healthy love or a healthy relationship is built. Lesson number 2, it is not your partner's job to fix you. As a psychologist and coach, I see this a lot where people are like, oh, my partner doesn't make me happy anymore. And I'm like, okay, but are you happy with yourself? Like, are you happy with your life genuinely? Or do you just use your partner as a scapegoat to put the blame on somebody else because you are just unfulfilled and bored yourself? So if you want a healthy relationship, you got to make sure that you are at a place in your life where you feel good. And so your partner is an additional bonus and makes your life sweeter and even better, but not because you come from a desperate place, but because you want more fulfillment and more excitement than what you already have. Lesson number 3, boundaries are sexy as fuck. We often think that when we put in boundaries, we are rejecting people or we're creating a distance between the both of us. But actually, it makes it so much easier to connect because everybody knows how to treat one another. Everybody knows the no-goes and the must-dos. Everybody knows how to behave and how to act. And eventually that will lead to more respect, more trust, and a deeper connection. So put in the boundaries. Lesson number 4, conflict isn't the enemy of a relationship. Avoiding conflict is. People think that they need to keep their mouth shut in order to keep the peace and not say how they really feel and not be over dramatic and share their feelings. And yes, don't be over dramatic, but expressing your feelings and just saying how you feel about something is not you being over the top. It's not you being too much. It's just you wanting to be an adult and wanting an adult communication or conversation. So please talk about the things that don't feel good for you. Talk about the things that, talk about the elephant in the room. Because so many relationships fail, even though people never really had fights, never really had disagreements, but because nobody ever said anything, they straight out went to resentment city and eventually they fell apart because there's just so much shit that has been stocked up at this point that you cannot just find a solution because there are multiple problems coming from different directions and now it's just being too much to handle. So before you build that resentment, make sure that you are open, are communicative, and talk to your partner. Lesson number 5, don't lose yourself in love. Now, this might sound super easy, but actually, love shouldn't make you lose yourself. Real healthy love will never put you in that position. Now, you also have to take accountability and say, hey, I'm not gonna give up my life because I'm over addicted to my partner and completely obsessed and so attached that I cannot be my own person anymore. But at the same time, a healthy partner would never ask that. They would never require you to give up on your dreams, your hobbies, your passions, the things that make you, basically. So if you are losing yourself in a relationship, you're doing it wrong. So it's either you who is just overly focused on the other person because you're so afraid that they're gonna reject you or abandon you, that you just wanna cling on to them, or it is an unhealthy partner that you're with who is requiring that you are giving up who you are so that they can shape you into something that they think you must be. Don't let that happen. Lesson number 6. Emotional safety is always better than passion. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that passion isn't important or that you shouldn't care about being passionate. I mean, you should. It is your partner. Hopefully, it is your life partner. Like, you want to have this passion. But if you can never feel safe with them, if you cannot trust them, not like lay your head on their shoulder, and just be you with all of your different facets and manners and emotions and all these things that you're experiencing in life and how you potentially deal with them. And you have to put on this mask because all you care about is how attracted you are to each other, but never really feeling like you can settle down, be chill, and just open up like truthfully, emotionally, in a very deep sense. You're in the wrong relationship. Lesson number 7. You teach people how to love you. Nobody can read your mind, babe. And it is not your partner's responsibility to try to do that. So please communicate. Let them know what your love languages are. Let them know what your needs are. Let them know what you want. Like, if you can communicate, or if you don't communicate, because obviously you can, but you don't want to because you expect that your partner just knows it all, you are sabotaging yourself and your relationship. Because love isn't a guessing game. Expecting somebody to just treat you the way you expect to be treated is a bit naive, to be honest, because everybody's different. We were all raised differently. We all have different belief systems. We come from different places. So it does make sense that we see the world and relationships in a different, or from a different lens as well. And it makes sense that we need to like come together and share our perspectives and our perceptions of the world, of ourselves, of love with our partner. Lesson number 8. Self-love isn't optional. If you don't love yourself, you're going to have a hard time believing that your partner does, because if you feel like you are a piece of shit and your partner can treat you like a fucking goddess, you will never like accept that behavior, because you will always have second thoughts. You will always be questioning their actions, what they say, how they looked, their body language. Like, you will see things that potentially aren't even there, and you will ruin yourself and your relationship again because you lack self-love. Because eventually self-love is just like the foundation of the love you will share with your partner. So if you struggle with loving yourself, you're going to have a very hard time believing that someone else can love you so much. Lesson 9. Compatibility matters more than chemistry. Now, this is similar to the emotional safety one, but the thing is, chemistry isn't always a positive thing. Now, this could be a whole other conversation, so I'm going to keep it short, but chemistry very often refers to familiar patterns, familiar cycles. So sometimes you feel attracted to people because that is what you're used to. Now, if you've been in toxic relationships all your life and that's what you've been used to, chemistry might not be the sign that you're looking for, to be honest. So make sure that your values align. Make sure that your morals align, your future visions, your goals, how you see life, what you want. Because eventually you're gonna like build a life with somebody that is gonna be there forever. Like, you're gonna raise children together. They're gonna have, you're gonna share a bed together. You're gonna have meals together every single day. Like, you better make sure that you're compatible and that you align on a deeper level than just feel fucking attracted to each other. Because again, attraction and like very high highs often come with like very low lows too. So stability and being compatible is the key here. Lesson 10, the final one. Healthy love feels peaceful, not boring. If you think that healthy relationships are boring, it's because you're still wounded. You can only feel the peace within a healthy relationship if you're healed. Because if you're not, you're gonna think that the roller coaster of emotions, the drama, the chaos, the addiction is what makes it exciting, when in reality, you are just conditioned to be attracted to, again, chaos, drama, stress. Because our brain will always choose what is familiar over what is right for us. So if you are used, again, to toxic relationships or having a very unstable relationships with people in general, like family dynamics, friends, ex-partners, whatever it is, you will choose these dynamics again and again and again until you rewire your brain, until you heal your heart and are actually a match for healthy love. Because the thing is, if you don't have inner peace, you can never sit in outer peace, because that will drive you crazy, because you cannot like sit in the silence, you cannot feel good in the stillness, because you need action and you need drama, because that will make your nervous system feel less reactive, because there's so much happening outside of you. You can be easily distracted from the shit that's happening inside of you. So again, make sure you heal, make sure you become the person who is a match for healthy love. And if you want to do that, and if you're ready to like integrate these lessons, because it's one thing to hear about them, but if you don't implement them into your life, you haven't learned them, you maybe have heard of them, you read about them, you now saw me talking about them. But if you want this to become your life, and if you want your relationship to become thriving and exciting and healthy at the same time, get into Healed Bodies, my self-therapy membership, where I teach women how to go from toxic to healthy love and self-love. And if this video resonated with you, give it a like, share it, let me know in the comments which lesson was your favorite. Maybe share with me a lesson that you learned from your own personal love life. And let's just keep the conversation going. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and you will have direct access to the spice on relationships every Friday. And I see you in the next one.